Mike, I'm a bit tired lately. The best NBA playoffs have been on the late night games, the West Division.
And you're willing to pay the price?
I'm paying the price. I'm a fan. The East, I think, is going to stay this way. They're going to be more lopsided. I think the West is just so 1 through 8 was great matchups, and it's continuing here as we're down to the 4 teams. Lakers, Utah. You got Suns and Spurs was a great game last night. And I think the Lakers are going to wind up winning the whole thing as far as the West goes because everybody else is going to be worn out by the time they get to play the Lakers. Your thoughts so far? What you've seen in the playoffs?
I don't think Utah can. I don't think Utah can beat the Lakers. I think that's I think that's going to be a fairly routine win for the Lakers ultimately. The San Antonio Phoenix series I think should be really fun and interesting to watch. But I ultimately, you're right. I think those teams will grind on each other. They have some key parts that are a little older, and then I think the Lakers are through to the finals. And I don't see anything stopping Cleveland and Orlando from going to the Eastern Final either. So I think that will be a real interesting series, and then we really get down to it. Then we really get to the teams that have a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, in the East, I think what could stop Cleveland from getting there is the fact that Boston beat them last night on their home court. It's so important to win on the opposing team's court. So now it's actually a series. If Cleveland can return the favor in Boston. But Boston, the veteran team, besides Rajon Rondo, a younger guy who's playing very well at the point guard, probably other than maybe Deron Williams and maybe Chris Paul, they're the top 3 point guards out there. Mm-hmm. I probably would want Williams as my number 1 guy, but Rondo's playing great. He's got those veterans really lining them up well in a clutch situation.
He is, and he's gotten. He's always been quick, but he's gotten so much better at doing everything. Paul is we kind of forget about Paul because he's hurt right now. But he really is as good as it gets. But you're right. But I still don't think the Celtics can win that series.
Probably not. And it's good. Orlando plays great D. They're a great shooting team. That could be interesting to see who gets out of there. And I think San Antonio and Phoenix, going back to the West for 1 second, is a contrast of styles. Phoenix wants to run. San Antonio has got some older guys, the big guy and Tim Duncan. Chris Duncan, that's a baseball player.
Wow.
Tim Duncan. It was interesting last night's game because San Antonio gets back in by grinding, and then Steve Nash goes for more than 30 points, and just the way it just shows you how much a point guard's important. Here he is as well.
You're right. It really is.
Tony Parker's.
Yeah, I think it's becoming even more of a point guard driven league, and the good point guards are almost have the role that the quarterback has in football. Yeah. But again, the Spurs and Suns. I think that's one that you just watch to enjoy. Just enjoy the basketball and like you said, the contrast in style. And I really would like to see Steve Nash win a championship. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that's one we just enjoy for its own sake. But ultimately, I think it's going to be Lakers and actually Lakers and Cavs.
It's hard to go against that right now.